What's going on? We back. Motor City Sports Talk once again, checking in. Don't forget, after the draft, we're going to do a review. May even go live sometime at the NFL draft and take it in. But Detroit Lions, took Tyrell, Crosby, voted the Pac-12's best offensive lineman by, Pac-12 defensive lineman. And, he's a tackle. I seen him on the board, I think since the fourth round. It's one of the best availables. And he had a second or third round grade on him, second to third, and he fell all the way to the fifth round to the Lions. And I think this was a value pick. I just think he was the best available on their board. Shout out to Maurice Hurst, who went to the Oakland Raiders at the 140 pick. So I'm happy for him and my Michigan brother. But Crosby has some interesting to say about the draft as well. We'll get into the tweet he put out there before he was drafted by the Lions, and he got a lot of potential. I'm not going to front like I know a lot about him. I'm just going to read pretty much a scouting report on him. He definitely wasn't on my radar, but, this is his verified Twitter account, Tyrell Crosby. Blue verified check, 4-year starter, voted by Pac-12 D lineman, best offensive lineman in the pack. No sacks last year, no off-the-field issues, let them sleep. And that's another offensive lineman the Lions drafted that didn't give a sack up last year. Frank, we call him Frank, who gives a fuck, but, because I forgot his last name, but, the center we drafted in the first round from Arkansas, he didn't give one sack up in his whole career, and Tyrell Crosby didn't give a sack up last year in the Pac-12, the book on him is he's a good offensive lineman, obviously, but the bad is, he might not have the greatest feet, so that might make him a right tackle. Or he might, end up sliding inside potentially. That's just my opinion right there. But I think he got adequate enough feet. Just need to clean up on some technique that can be coaching, and he possibly could be Rick Wagner's replacement somewhere down the line. Solid guy though, really really solid guy out there, man. He said he possesses a great upper body. Power upper body. Not a damn severe, hands are strong, able to handle short pull duties, has experience at both tackles positions, drives blockers with exceptional strength, and it sounds like he's going to be one hell of a run blocker. That's what it sounds like. Then he needs to clean up on some of his pass blocking, and some fundamentals as far as his feet work. So let's hopefully they can coach him up and he could be a diamond in the rough. Remember we had Adrian Waddle. He went undrafted and he came to us and he was outstanding offensive lineman. He just couldn't get healthy. He couldn't stay healthy. He ended up going with the Patriots. I think he won a title 2 years ago. Obviously they came up short this year, but he couldn't stay healthy with him, and that was the book. He was out of Texas Tech, and some of those smaller schools do have some great offensive linemen. Some of them just be, or not going to say smaller, but not the major schools. It just be some of the offenses that they do run, like in Texas A&M, they had a real funky offense where they do a lot of passing, and Oregon did as well. So it's some things in the Oregon offense that, teams might want to ask them to do on a professional level that, Mr. Crosby hadn't got an opportunity to show. So, the Oregon offense is real fast-paced, and apparently the Rams trade Tavon Austin to the Dallas Cowboys for the 192nd pick. That news just came across my screen. But I like the value pick. If he's a second and third, round type of talent. I mean, the Lions got, Deshaun Hand today. He was the number one recruit coming out of high school. He was a second round talent, and they got another second and third round talent in the fifth round. And I will say Bob Quinn is killing this draft, in my opinion. I was mad about the Arkansas pick, and I will give my full explanation on that pick after the draft. We review the whole draft. But, I like what he did, from now looking at it from rounds 1 all the way to round 5. Obviously, we don't have a 6th-round pick and a 7th-round pick. I believe we do have one, so we got one more pick coming up. And they done a good job, man. They doing a good job, But we really won't know until, year 2 or 3 down the line how these players pan out. And Crosby seems to be a steal, man. I think this was the best available player by far on their board, and they ran that pick up there. And that's what you're supposed to do. If you got a guy that's you got rated in the second round, second, third round grade on him, and you got one in Deshaun Head, and now you get another one with Tyrell Crosby. I mean, why not? I think he's a 4-year starter. I mean, a 4-year senior at Oregon. He's already mature, seemed to be a high character guy. And also for my vegan lovers, he's a vegan as well. The research that I did. So, yeah, I like the pick. And, they having a strong draft in the front end. But in hindsight, it could be totally different after we had to take a year or two down the road and look at it. But I like what they're doing so far. One Pride Nation. We gone.